Welcome back, everybody, to Crestline High School for the final winter sports show at Crestline High School this year. And we're moving on to the boys basketball team for the final time this season. Our show is brought to you in part by Stephen Chuck Keller at Keller Auto Parts, your Napa dealer, Uptown Galleon and Crestline, Dr. Thomas M. Britton at Clubview Vision Center next to the golf course in Bucyrus, and Joe Kleiman, Associate at the Galleon office of First Federal Bank of Ohio. Coach Tyler Sanders must be busy tonight, but Gary Almanson is filling in dutifully tonight, so I appreciate you coming. Good to see you again.
It's always great to see you.
Good to have you back. And 5-14 is your current record, 3-7 in the MBC, averaging just about 40 points a game, giving up just about 50 a game. And if we look back at some recent games here, a tough one, lost at Mansfield Christian. I know that's always an important game for Coach, having gone there. And it's a tough place to play in the Furnace, isn't it?
Yeah, we always want to win that game for him because that's his home going. And we like to see him win at his home, his old school. And, that's just one of the rivals that we kind of developed here lately. So,
yeah,
we just try to want Coach to win, regardless who it is, but we always want to see our Bulldogs win. So,
yeah, you lose that one in a close one, 45-39. Then you had Seneca East come on Tuesday the 24th, the team that's playing pretty well in the Northern 10 Conference, have some dynamic players, and you fell to them 65-57. And then you had Central Christian at home on Friday the 27th, and you fall by 12, 48-36. We always know that's a tough place to play over there, but kind of hoping to get them there. So that was a tough loss. But then one that I thought maybe was a potential to get and maybe should have been at Bucyrus last Tuesday, the 31st, you lose by 10. But it's that poor start. Talk about the poor start and how that hurt you guys.
This was our poor start, and it took a while for our boys to get going. We finally hit some shots there, but it was just the point that we were turning the ball over, and we just needed to focus a little more. In the second half, we got a little better. The slow starts is what kill us, and we need to start faster. And we finally got Isaiah going. Our seniors started playing harder and started playing better. So, that was a tough one to lose. And then, Bucyrus's athleticism just surprised us, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're really, really athletic, and they get up and down the floor. And they surprised us on a couple long passes there. And so we woke up, and it was a little bit too late, and we played well in the second half. And, that slow start.
Yeah, you get 63 points. You think that would be good enough to win, but unfortunately they scored 73, and they end up being the victors.
To make stops.
Yeah, but Isaiah led the team 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Logan Huber with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks. Trevor Shade, 11 points. Jake Bruce, 10 points and 11 rebounds for a double-double. And then Friday, tough one too, and I know Coach would like to have that one back, a buzzer beater, and as he said, we've been on the other side of that, where we've won those, and this one kind of bit a little bit, and now it's a 5 game losing streak as you lost to Loudonville, 59-57. What was kind of the key to that, not getting over the hump there?
Well, once again, another slow start for us, and we got ourselves together again, and then we actually took a lead, I believe, by 1 point at one point in the game, and then they put a guy down on the block, and got it to their big guy. He backed us in and just laid one in, and the clock ran out on us.
And that's probably where you as coaches are like, oh
yeah, it was one that we felt we should have took home and won. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens, unfortunately.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, let's take a break and talk to the young people around the table. We're brought to you in part by the Burkhart family at the Burkhart Farm Center, your Case IH dealer straight west of Galleon on the Manette New Winchester Road. Mike Kleinite at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion. Sweet Baby Ray Jones and Kendra Weaver at Ohio Door and Sash, 120 South Street in Galleon. And Mark Osborne at E. Crane International, Route 598 on the north edge of Galleon. All freshmen here tonight. Adam Burton's up first, and it's good to have you. Now, I knew going in, because Coach told me it's a really big freshman class, right? How many total freshmen?
I think there's 12, 10.
12, 13.
Okay, so good numbers, which is good for the program. But you think back, just 1 year ago, you're playing 8th grade basketball, and yeah, what do you play? 16, 17 games?
Yeah.
Now you had a fairly decent freshman schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing freshman, you're playing some JV. How have you been able, you personally, how have you been able to deal with that? That's a lot of basketball. Coach even said, he said, these guys are playing more basketball than anybody. How have you dealt with that? Pretty well?
Just going day by day, playing basketball, having fun with friends, and
Yeah. Has it been a grind for you, though?
yeah.
I mean, were there times where you're like, oh, I don't want to go to another practice, I'm just tired? Have you had some of that?
Yeah.
But through it all, has it made you a better player?
Yes. I think all the coaches could say that I've gotten better throughout the season.
Okay. What position on the floor do you primarily play? 1 through 5, which one do you play?
Mainly a 3.
A 3, okay. So you're not asked to run the floor, but you are asked to shoot, right, and score. Has your scoring been better this year than you thought it might be?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot.
Gotten a lot better, okay. And is it hard to believe that the season's starting to creep towards the finish line here?
Yes.
Are
Very
you,
hard.
are you ready for a little bit of a break, or you want to just keep going?
Well, I'm jumping straight into baseball right after this, so
What's been the most fun for you as being a freshman here and being around these varsity guys and stuff like that too?
I think all the freshman games that we've had, that's been a lot of fun. Just
Yeah.
to get some of our own games instead of just playing JV.
Yep, you play against your own competition, maybe kids that you know that you've grew up with in junior high, things like that. I'm sure that's. But do you know what your freshman record is? Remember what it is or
1-6.
not?
1-6. That's what.
Oh, okay. Do you have a tournament or?
We're not sure yet.
Okay.
I think Coach Albright said that he was talking about a tournament, but he wasn't sure about it.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, continued success. I hope that you have enough strength to finish the season and go hard and right into baseball. What position are you going to play in baseball?
Catcher.
Okay, good. Very good. I appreciate you coming out. Justice Irwin is up next, and when Justice walked over, I'm like, wow, you can't be a freshman. But
Justice
you are,
Horn.
what's that?
Justice Horn.
Did I say, oh, what did I say?
Irwin.
I said Irwin. I apologize. Horn. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I was reading Irwin, so I apologize. Justice Horn. So you've played 2 years prior. Coming in, you played as a 7th and 8th grader, right?
Yes.
When did you hit your growth spurt?
I'll say after basketball, 7th grade season in summer,
Okay.
I was like 6 foot and now I'm 6'3".
Okay. So you're not the point guard, right?
No.
No. You're down on the box as a 5. How has do you think, in your opinion, your footwork gotten better this year, playing more games, and your rebounding? How has that gotten better?
It's gotten a lot better from the times I played basketball and being able to play JV, like without all that players like taller than me. And
Yeah.
It makes me try harder and like get better.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten confident in the paint. And like if I get like double team, I know I have somebody to pass it out to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great point, because at the JV level, as you know, you could certainly see sophomores. Sometimes you can see juniors.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're
Yeah.
seeing guys that are not only more basketball savvy because of experience, but physically bigger, stronger because they've gone through that. And that had to be just a slew of confidence for you coming in as a freshman, having never faced that. But where do you, in your opinion, Justice, have to get better before you become a sophomore?
I just have to say be more confident with myself and just work on my footwork or like just a little bit of shooting when I'm like out in the box and just getting better confidence with my teammates.
Now, do you do anything in the spring? Any spring sports? Do you plan on?
Not really. I plan on playing at AU this season for
Okay.
basketball.
Good, good. Is that your favorite sport?
Yes.
All right. Would it maybe hit the weight room a little bit too? Would that be kind of important to do?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to.
We're trying to recruit him for track, but we're still on the teeter-totter with that.
As a runner or thrower?
I think we can use him as a runner. He's pretty fast.
Yeah, he's got the long, maybe even a hurdler or
He's a
something.
good-sized kid. He's fast.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, I tell you, that can help out. Agility, footwork, things like that. It can help you on the basketball floor as well. Well, continued success. I appreciate you coming out, and thanks so very much. And Bryson Weinmiller is here as well. And Bryson, what position on the floor do you play mostly?
Usually I play either the 1 or the 2.
One of the two. Do you have a preference
Usually I like 2,
Okay, why is that?
because I'm not really too good with pressure yet,
Uh-huh.
and I need to work on that for sophomore year.
Yeah, good. Well, it's a great observation on your part that you know that's an area that you need to improve on. And believe me, and Coach knows, he's been around the block 100 times. He knows that teams will notice certain things and they'll put pressure where they need to put pressure.
Yeah, teams have.
Is it more ball handling, or is it just a confidence on how to get out of those traps and things like that?
I think I'm pretty confident. I think my left hand is a little, it needs a little work.
Yeah, good. Well, I give you a ton of credit for recognizing that, because that's huge. How's your shooting? Are you inside the 3 arc, or do you like to let them rip from outside?
Sometimes when I'm having a good game, I'll go around the arc, but most of the time I keep around the key.
Getting to play with your own guys, as we had mentioned here by Adam, is a good thing, but have you enjoyed the JV side of it as well? Has that been fun for you?
I haven't been having a good season, so it's on the edge of
Okay.
being fun and sometimes stressful, but for the most part, it's kind of fun.
But all in all, this long season, it's been fun for you?
Yeah.
Had a good time with it? Now, are you going to do anything in the spring, or not sure yet?
I'm going to go out for baseball this year.
Good. What position do you think you'll end up at?
Either second base or shortstop.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, continued success. Keep working hard. Work on that left hand, and hopefully better things coming here in the future for you, because you got 3 more years left here at Crestline and still make a big mark. So I appreciate you coming out for sure. We'll take one final break here. The show is brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Galleon and Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street, across from the courthouse in Bucyrus. Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli, just east of the Pizza Hut at the Bridge in Galleon, as well as John Rolls at John's Auto Repair Specialist, 800 Scott Street in Crestline. Gary Almanson is with us, and Coach, not too many left on the old schedule here. Friday, and no more league games. You're done with your conference.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, so 3 left non-conference games, and we have this Friday.
Northmore, at Northmore.
At Northmore.
Yeah, 12 and
So,
7 team. Blade Tackett playing really pretty good
Yes,
basketball.
they're playing good basketball at this time, and you know, even though through our record, I mean, we still are improving each and every game.
Good.
And our seniors are playing well. Our core 5 is actually starting to gel a lot better. Just like Friday. I mean, we should have won that game on Friday. I mean, we played well enough to win, and you know, so I feel confident about this Friday, and I think we'll play well and be able to compete with this. With the Northmore.
Then you go to Winford on Valentine's Day next Tuesday, a team that's 11 and 7 overall, 7 and 5 in the Northern 10 Conference, and a team that, you know, quite honestly, Crestline's given Winford some fits the last few years. Won a couple others are pretty close. It's always been a pretty good game. They're having a pretty good season, but it's a tough place to play on the road there.
It's tough, and I'm sure they're pretty confident after the game they had with Crawford this past weekend. And, you know, it's going to be quite a challenge for us once again. So I think we're up to it. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, sometimes we have to determine our own destiny.
That's right.
So, you know, you go in and you feel like you can win, and you play hard as possible. And, you know, hope luck falls your way, and along with hard work. So.
And then Friday the 17th, you'll have your final game at home in the gym right behind us here.
Yeah.
Against Mount Gilead, a team that's currently 10 and 8 out of the KMAC. And for you as a coach, are those emotional nights to say goodbye to your seniors at home for the last time? Are those tough? Yeah,
me and Coach Sanders were talking the other day, and we were just saying how you know, how emotional those games are. That last game is for us, and you know, it's hard to coach that game. You know, kind of. So you got to get yourself geared to coach that game and want to win. You know, obviously, but. You know, your emotions go towards the seniors, and we're going to miss these seniors we have this year. You know, Isaiah, Trevor, and Jake, and CJ. You know, and I think there's another senior. We got Wyatt. So you know, those guys we're really going to miss. We've been around them for the last 4 or 5 years, and you know, we just, we're going to be emotional that night. And
Yeah.
hopefully we'll be able to coach well.
Well, even one of your
after the ceremony.
Yeah, and even one of your seniors, or one of your assistant coaches, Spencer Harley, who played here, he's been fairly open about, boy, you really miss it when it's gone, and that emotion of it all, which is why he got back involved on the coaching side. But he is proof positive that when it's gone, and it's over.
Yeah.
Last Sunday, you had your tournament draw, and you nabbed the 11th seed. You're going to play the number 5 seed, Monroeville Eagles, a team that you played in the tournament last year. Yes, Raider is gone, but they have a couple nice players in Klingman and Aiden Gooden, I think is his name, or something.
Sure.
Goodwin. Yeah, really nice players. You'll play them in the sectional semi, which will be 2 weeks from this evening, Wednesday the 22nd at 6 o'clock at Crestview. If you would happen to beat the Eagles, you would get the winner of number 3 seeded Seneca East and number 9 seeded Buckeye Central. That will be a sectional final game on Friday the 24th at 7:30 at Crestview. First and foremost, not to get too far ahead in what you have with Northmore, Winford, Mount Gilead, but have you even started thinking about Monroeville yet?
Yeah, I think we've been kind of preparing for Monroeville. There's, like you said, the players what they have, we have to get prepared for those, that type of game, and hopefully these 3 games we have before them be tournament-like, and get us prepared for Monroeville, because even though I think we beat them last year. No, we didn't beat them last year, but.
Scrimmaged them earlier.
I think we scrimmaged them, yes. So I just think, we really have to be prepared for them, and it's okay to get prepared for that squad right now. So hopefully these 3 games will lead up to that, and, I think they're pretty decent this year. So
it'll be a good tune-up. You got 3 games to get the polish on, so to speak. And as I talked to Coach Spears, when you get into the tournament, anything can happen. It's one and done for everybody, potentially. So that's when you can go up and bite somebody in the rear end that they didn't expect it, and you can start to make some history. So
with this group we have, I mean, the possibilities are are there. So they just need to come in, and we need to coach a good game, and they got to play well.
Very good.
Respond.
Well, I appreciate you giving up your time tonight, and Coach Sanders for coming this year. It seemed to be a fast season for me, and we wish you and the Bulldogs the best of luck as you head down the end of the season. And again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Hey, coming up a little bit later, we actually have high school boys basketball on WQEL tonight. It'll be Gallion at Bucyrus, old NOL game. That should be a good one as Gallion goes over to Bucyrus. That's on WQEL at 7:30. We have Ohio State men's basketball. Boy, they're struggling, aren't they?
Oh.
Are they going to make the NCAA tournament?
That's going to be tough to see.
I don't know. Maybe NIT at best. They will be at home tomorrow against Northwestern. Coverage beginning at 7:15. We have boys high school basketball doubleheader Friday night on WQEL. It'll be Colonel Crawford at Mohawk. Big game there for second place. And on WBCO, it'll be Buckeye Central at Bucyrus. I will be in for the Friday night phone board right around 9 o'clock. Saturday, high school girls basketball, Buckeye Central at Winford on WQEL at noon. We'll have high school boys basketball, non-league contest, Ontario at Colonel Crawford on WQEL at around 6:30. And I'm paying double duty. I got to do the Saturday night phone board at 8 o'clock this week, so you're going to get a lot of me on the radio. Sunday, we have Ohio State men's basketball. They will be home again against Michigan State, coverage beginning at 12:15. Thanks to everyone here at Crestline High School, especially our athletic director, Aaron Goon, my camera operator, John Kreider, and to Crestline winter coaches one final time this year, girls basketball coach Mickey Spears and his team, bowling coach Joe Borders and his team, and filling in for Tyler Sanders tonight, it's Gary Almanson and his team here at Crestline. Thank you to our sponsors, most of all our viewers and listeners tuning in on the WQEL Facebook page and Crawford County Now YouTube page. One final time for the winter season here at Crestline, it's Mike Sparks reminding you, spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Have a good night, everybody.